Dang it.
You did it again. Hello. Welcome.
We'll fix that now.
Mike forgot to play the intro. Welcome.
It's been a while.
It's been a week. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. Sorry about that. No intro today.
You were ready. You were anxious to go.
I'm anxious. Yeah, so that's probably why it happened. Hello. I'm glad you're all here. Thank you for being here. Sorry for no intro. Mike boogered it up. Welcome. Yeah, I know. I'm just sitting here.
It's going to be that kind of a live.
Is it going to be that kind of a live? That's not good. That's not good. Hello. I'm glad you're here. Yes, I am live today. I was going to go live tomorrow, but I pushed it to Friday. And Friday will be a little bit earlier because it's Halloween. So Friday I'll be live at 2. And I've got something really fun planned for that. In fact, I pushed it to Friday for a couple of reasons. One is I want to share more stuff. And the other is tomorrow's my dad's birthday. And so our family's going to, he passed in the spring. So we're going to spend some time together tomorrow night instead. And then Sunday I will go live. So I'll be live today, Friday at 2 and Sunday at 3. I know it's a mess. It's a mess. Hello. Hello from Bend, Oregon. I was in Pacific City, Oregon this last weekend and it was wonderful. Hello. I'm glad you're all here. Thank you. Okay. So today I just wanted to play. Honestly, I didn't have like anything in the books for a live for today. So I decided to just play with some things that I've wanted to play with and share with you something new that I'm really excited about, something I bought, and I think you'll all like it too. The Oregon weather was rough. No, I shouldn't say that. It rained. It rained the whole time except when we walked on the beach. It didn't rain. It was cold, but it was beautiful. It was like foggy and just, it was magical. It was magical. It was gorgeous. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, I just get anxious. I get anxious. So today, I'm playing with lots of different things all over the place, but I do want to let you know about some things right from the beginning. So if you're watching this on replay, you know, like a couple months from now, you can skip ahead to where I start creating. But I wanted to let you know about a few things. I will be using Spellbinders today, much older Spellbinders products. They were ones that I've had sitting out that I've wanted to use, and I thought I'd use them today. A lot of them, I think all of them, are on sale, and I have an exclusive 10% off discount code. Can you scroll? So if you look at the top of my YouTube description, I always have this here, there is a link with the word live in it. If you click that link and open it to a new window or new tab, it will have all the special things at the top, and then at the bottom are thumbnails of everything I'm using, which makes it a lot easier. But right now I have a Spellbinders code. It's Jennifer10, and that gives you 10% off site-wide any Spellbinders product that's not on clearance or a club. So it can be on sale. The things I'm using today are on sale, so you can get an additional 10% off. And then you can get 10% off their machines, their cardstock, all of that. And that is in the description below. And it says in there what the exclusions are. But again, the things I'm using today, the 10% will work on. The other thing is, Altenew is having a giant cardstock sale. And it's not like one of those sales where it says up to 55% off, and most of them are like 20 or 15 or whatever, and only a few are 55. These are Altenew's cardstocks right now are on really good sale. Like I scrolled through them and it looked like a lot of them were 40 to 55% off. So I think it's definitely worth checking out. I've used Altenew cardstock many times in videos because they have unique colors, and it's worth checking out that sale. I just wanted to let you know about it. I will be using both Spellbinders cardstock today and Altenew. I think they go well together, and I'll explain all of that. So that information's in the YouTube description below and also on the live link. Oh, and Altenew also has a free pair of scissors if you spend a certain amount. So worth checking that out. So lots of ways to save. I mentioned that I have 10% off site-wide at Spellbinders. They're also having a sale, and it's a little confusing because the name of the sale is like something about Halloween, but it's not Halloween products. It's just because Halloween's coming up. It's all kinds of products, all kinds, spring products, winter products, you name it, pretty much every kind and theme that you can think of. And I'll be using those today. But you'll see that as we go. I just wanted to mention those things up front for you. Yeah, the cardstock is a great sale for Altenew. This is the biggest cardstock sale they've had. It's pretty amazing. Okay, and by the way, the Altenew cardstocks match some of their inks, so that is helpful. All right, what I wanted to do today, what the focus of this is color cubes. So I have used color cubes in the past, and I'm going to talk about them again for color combinations, because I struggle with always being in a rut and using the same color combination, and these I found to be very helpful. And they just came out with new cubes, and they've improved them, and they've improved them quite a bit. This isn't like just a little bit of an improvement. It is kind of like a whole new ball game, and I'm going to show you that. So the colors that I was using the color cubes today to create color combos for some of these older Spellbinder products that I've been wanting to use that are on sale. Okay, and I'll be honest with you, the products from Spellbinders that I plan to use with these color combinations, it was supposed to show up today from Spellbinders, and FedEx is running late. So I had to change my plans this morning. Thankfully, I had a lot of other things that I wanted to use, but I want to show you what I had planned to use. Mike, can you put up the Mary and the Joy that I just sent you? So this is what I plan to use. So these are press plates, and they have a registration guide that allows you to do each of those letters a different color. And what I was planning on doing is using the color cubes to come up with unique color combos, and then do each letter a different color and make some holiday cards that way. So there is this one that's Mary, and it's on big time sale over at Spellbinders. Let me see what it's called. It is called Spellbinders Color Mix Mary Registration Press Plates. Then there's another one called Joy, and those two were the ones I was going to use today, but they didn't get here in time. It's not Spellbinders' fault. It is FedEx. So Mike has got the FedEx tracking. It says, let's see, who is it? It says that James is on his way, and it was supposed to be here by noon, but it says your driver James is on the way by end of day. So if it shows up, I'll switch to this. I thought these were really cool on big time sale, and it would allow me to experiment with different color combos. All right, so those were the two things I plan to use. They're in the description below if you want to see them, but that was the plan. I'm going to change, I am pivoting. I will do some die cutting stuff. I will do some press plate stuff. Got lots of ideas. The Altenew link is bringing up the Spellbinders sale. Can you fix that? All right, you can go to the one of the bundles. I also wanted to let you know Spellbinders has some bundles right now, gift bundles. So I have linked at the top of my YouTube description. It says Spellbinders holiday bundles. And these, if you're looking to get a machine, then this is a good time to consider it, because like here's the Better Press garden gift bundle. So you get the Better Press along with some press plate sets there, some inks, some Better Press paper, an ink re-inker, lots of things included in this, and you can see that it's a good value, and you can get my 10% off of that. The only reason I'm letting you know this is some of these machines don't go on sale very often, and I like how they've bundled them with a few extra things so you can try it out, use it right away, I guess. And so if you're looking for something to put on your holiday wish list, these are some ideas. So this is the Better Press one. Mike, what's another one that we've got there? They have lots of bundles. There is the Glimmer and Shine, so if you're interested in the Glimmer machine, there's a bundle for that, and that has the Glimmer paper in it that really foils nicely. They also have a foil bundle that I don't have an image for, but it's lots of colors of foil. The next one is if you want the Spellbinders Platinum 6, which works with the glimmer and with the, works with the glimmer and the Better Press. There's a great deal on that. That's a great bundle. But the big mama one is the mega one. This is lots of machines together, and you can see it's at a big discount. It's the Spellbinders Platinum, the Better Press, and the glimmer, and then lots of extras. So just letting you know about those in case any of these were on your wish list. The Better Press does not work with the Anna Griffin Empress. It works with this Spellbinders Platinum. It works with Gina K Intricut, and it works with the Big Shot. Those are the ones that I know of. All right, so Mike fixed the Altenew link. And
yeah, it was in the description.
okay.
So I saved it, but I put it in the chat.
Yeah, you might have to refresh your page, but yeah, it's purple. Okay, so those are some things, and you get the extra 10% off with my code. I wanted to let you know those things right up front. But now, can you come back here, Mike? Let's look at these color cubes, because I have been hit with, you're gonna have to keep scrolling.
Yeah.
We haven't figured that out yet. I have been hit with a lot of questions about these color cubes, okay? Hold on real quick. Denise Dodler asked, what foil do you recommend for beginners? If you want to get a glimmer machine, the foils that I find work the best are the Prism and the Aura. This is the Prism. It's like a iridescent silver, and the Aura is, I think it's Aura, is a gold iridescent. But I also like the gold, the matte gold. I think that foils really well too. But really they all foil well with the glimmer plates, but I found this and the gold version really work well. Okay, let me talk about these color cubes, and as I'm creating, I can try to answer some more questions. So color cubes is something that I have used in videos before, and I'll tell you the difference between all the cubes. Just stick with me here. I had this on my gift guide and on my favorite crafty things in the past. These were the original 2 color cubes. Inside you have lots of color combinations. You can see there are tons of color combinations. They have like the recommendation of the color names on the back. They're all based on different photos, and there's lots in here, and they also have a digital version. But what I would do is I would just sift through here and find ones that I liked. Okay, I know you can also divide them up and put, some people like went through and put all of their summer ones together and stuff. I never did that. I would just kind of fish through. And this is version 1 and 2. This is what was out, a while ago. Well, Sarah, who I don't know very well, but I'm very impressed by everything she comes up with. She found lots of improvements that she wanted to do. Now, I know that it's frustrating when somebody has a product and they come out with a little bit of an improvement and then make you want to buy it again. This isn't just a little improvement. This is a big improvement. Lots of big improvements that I think are worth seeing. So I'm going to tell you about them. So this is Color Cube 1 and 2 that has been out for a while. It is like a firm cardboard box, but you can see I dropped mine, and you can see it dinged it because it's kind of cardboard, right? But these are volume 1 and 2. She has just released Color Cubes 1, 2, 3, and 4, okay? And they are different. Let me show you, these are 3 and 4. Let me show you what's different. Now, she's got a great video, Sarah. These are linked right at the top of my YouTube description, the color cubes. Sarah has a video where she explains the rabbit holing deep, like hard work that she put into improving these, and I'm blown away. That's why I felt good talking about the improvement. So let me just tell you. So now, these are Color Cubes 3 and 4. Now it's a wood box, okay? And see from here, people were having trouble getting the cards out because see how they go right up to the edge of the box? It's kind of hard to get your fingers in there. Now that side of the box is shorter, so you can easily get them out. That's a huge thing, okay? Yeah, Sarah's got all kinds of digital color stuff on her website too. It's unbelievable what she provides with color. It just blows my mind. But these look so cool on display. I have mine stacked on display. Okay, the other improvement besides this the box being easier to get in and out of and higher quality for the box is this. There are now little tabs for different categories. So you don't have to keep those in there if you don't want to. You don't have to use them. But what's nice is like all of these are Cakealicious. So these are all different cake photos and the color inspiration from them. And that tells you on the back of it, you can either go by the number or go by the theme. It tells you all the different numbers. So all of those cards are behind it. So if you take a card out and you want to put it right back, you just go by the number. Does that make sense? And then another thing that I like is if I'm looking for a fun color combination, I don't have to pull all the cards out. I can just take this out and just real quick look at all these color combos and be like, ooh, I like that one. That's number 762, and I go find it. Really helpful, okay? So they also have this little thing that explains it and talks about all the things they have on their website and all that. This can be used like as a bookmark. So if I take this one out, I could put this here and I know where it goes back. So you have lots of options. So the different categories are like pastel tones, into the woods, architecture, juicy fruits, signature drinks, wedding bliss, lots of different tabs here. So this one happens to be color cube 4. This one, I'll move, this is 3 over here. Same idea. You have the different tabs, which really make it easy to find where you're going. Now, these are new, right? These are the 3 and 4. They've also redone these. So they're not gonna make these anymore, I don't believe. So there are now a color cube 1, 2, 3, and 4 in this style, where the box is improved and the tabs are improved. Now, this is the thing that's going to be hardest to explain. If you have these, they are individually numbered. If you have these, you can still use them. But I think they took like 500, look, I don't want to get it wrong. So there are duplicates between these 2 old ones and the 4 new ones. I haven't bought set 1 and 2 yet because I was confused and I thought these were they would be the same as the old. I was wrong. So if you want the whole new ball game where you have the dividers, the new box, you buy sets 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I just ordered 1 and 2. I bought these, by the way. She didn't send them to me. They're worth every penny. So if you want the full experience, you want to get 1, 2, 3, and 4 of the new. And they have this wood box. Volumes 1 and 2 will still have the white outline, but still the improved box. And they have different categories in those. Now here's the thing. I'm going to read this. This is a full update and 2nd edition of the Color Cube Volume 1 and 2. These. So they're updating these. The boxes themselves are getting an update, and the palette cards have been reviewed and recategorized for a better experience. Okay? Out of the original 500 palettes here, in these original ones, 100 of them have been discontinued. Then the other 400 that were in these 2 have been mixed among the new 1, 2, 3, and 4 volumes. Because the reason why they were mixed in them is because she's got these great new categories. Okay? So, if you have these and you purchase 1, 2, 3, and 4, some of them will be the same as in here, but now they're categorized, if that makes sense. There are some other improvements too, but those are the ones that I see big. I know it's confusing. It's confusing, but let me try again. Okay, these are the color cubes 1 and 2. They're going to stop making these. Because they wanted to improve on these, they took some of the palettes in here and have mixed them up into 4 cubes, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and added a bunch of new color combos. And in the new 1, 2, 3, and 4, I only have 3 and 4 here, there are new categories that make it really easy to find what you want. Okay? So, you know, you could do with just 1 and 2. You could do with just 3 and 4. Or you can get all 4 of them. Okay? I know it's confusing. What I recommend you doing, because it's hard to explain, what I recommend you do is go over to her website. She has, in the Got Questions, we have answers towards the bottom of the page. It explains everything. But here's the thing. The new volume 1, 2, 3, and 4 are now in the better box and have these categories, okay? If you want everything they have, you're gonna get the new 1, 2, 3, and 4, okay? I only have the new 3 and 4 because I didn't buy 1 and 2. I need to buy 1 and 2. So of the new 1, 2, 3, and 4 volume, each one is different. They have different categories, different themes, different color combos. There's no crossover between the new ones. So if you want to, some people are understanding and some don't, some are getting it, some aren't. If you are new to color cubes, ignore everything. Just check out the new volumes 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's no crossover between the new volumes 1, 2, 3, and 4, and there's lots of different categories. It will say on the website what the categories are for each, okay? If you have the old ones, just know there are improvements, and some of the color palettes from the old are mixed in the new ones, okay? Again, she really explains it all over on the website, but here's the thing, these old ones don't have like these tabs. So people made their own tabs. But the categories I found helpful. Somebody said, what good are the categories? So I'm going to just look at the newest ones, 3 and 4. Again, I ordered my 1 and 2 and it's on its way. But like it gives you some ideas. So like this one is pastel tones. So I know anything in there is going to be a pastel tone. So if I'm making like a baby card, I could pull out the pastel tones and I know that there would probably be an option there. Or say I'm doing something like a nature thing. Here's bugs and butterflies. I can pull that out. So honestly, the categories are nice if you're going for a feel, but what I like most is that I can pull this card out and I can quickly see the combos and I can say, ooh, I like that one there. And so I just look for that card number in that behind that tab. Okay? So if you want the full Monty, which I wanted, get the new set of 1 through 4. Okay, yeah, you want the second edition cubes. Yes, that's right.
How many cards are there in all of it?
I don't know.
I saw the one that I was ordering was in the 700s. I don't know if that's...
I have, how many color palette?
Maybe 250 in each box. Ish?
I don't know.
200.
I don't know.
I'll figure it out.
Mike will look. Mike's going to try to look and see how many are in each box, but it shows you on their website what categories are under each volume. So if you want to just pick one, look for the one that maybe you might have the most interest in. So it looks like, I think between all 4 boxes of the second edition, 1, 2, 3, and 4, I think there are 1,000 colors. Okay, 600 new.
600 new, yeah. And what's the digital too?
There are also digital options where you can have these on your computer to look through. I didn't do that because I like in my hands better, but that is an option you can do too. So you can look through it on your computer and I think you can search and stuff. So if you to get, so the brand new second edition, 1, 2, 3, and 4, that will have some of the old color combos in it, but not much. The first edition you can still use. She just made huge improvements that I think are really impressive. So you can stick with using those if you're happy with it. You can make your own dividers. There's no reason to be sad about that. These just came out. I don't have a discount code yet. I will talk to her about one in the future, but you will notice if you look at the second edition, the 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1 and 2 are white, 3 and 4 are black. But if you get the second edition, they're all this new, improved style. Okay? Yeah, there's colors spelled 2 ways. She really considered everything when she did this. Yeah, I'm going to show you how I use one of these today. Oftentimes I don't use exactly what they show, but it's a kickstart for me. Yeah, there's, 700 new color palettes because 100 of the old were discontinued, something like that. It's a lot. If you get the new 4, you'll have a lot new options and you'll have all 4 cubes with the dividers and the theme categories. Okay? Yeah, it says, didn't she omit ones that have colors that are no longer available in inks or cardstock? I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, there's no AI images in here. These are all real images that she used. Like when you look at these pictures on the cards, like none of them are AI. They're all real images, which I love that she did. Do I really use this many color cards? No, but I have these options to flip through. If you feel like this is too much, I mean, there are smaller types of products like this out there that are available, but for me, having these beautiful boxes on display that I grab are really helpful. She even, yep, she's great. I'm very impressed by the thought she's put into this. So I tried to explain these the best that I can. Again, the second edition has a 1, 2, which I don't have, 3 and 4, and they all have the improvements. And some of the colors in there, in those boxes, are old colors from the first 2, but lots of new ones. Yes, they are great when get yourself out of a color rut. In fact, I'm gonna make a couple winter cards today, and I always reach for the same winter palettes, so I use these to get me to do something different. Okay, so what is the website for the color boxes? If you look at my YouTube description below, it's Color Cubes. It's all in the description. Mike can put a link in the chat. But the cost depends on if you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. If you're getting the physical stuff and just these, or if you're going to get the digital stuff, there's lots of different options. Okay? I just wanted to let you know about this. If you have no problems with colors, you're good. But if you're like me, this is really a fun thing to play with. And I've used the old ones quite often. You could see mine was pretty worn out. The boxes are nice. I keep them stacked like this, kind of off kilter. Okay, so let me show you how I use these, and let's make some stuff, okay? For example, I ended up not using this, but I was going to do a floral card. And I really, really wanted something different than what I always seem to go for the same thing. So I went, yeah, you can rotate the boxes, whatever you want to do. I went through and I just pulled out tabs until I found one that I thought worked well for me. So let me see if I can find where it was. I think it was in here. Let me see. Yeah, I pulled out this one and I'm like, ooh, I like this color combo right here. I thought that looked interesting. I never put these colors together, purples and like this kind of muted pool color. So I went in and I pulled out that card, and I know where to put it back because it's a number. 791 is gonna go in here under 791. Or you can put a bookmark. And so then what I do here is I have these. Now I knew for this, I wanted to do die cutting. My card that I wanted to use was all die cutting. So I needed cardstock. Isn't that a pretty combo? And it's got all these names. She's got so many like different shades. She's got so much more information on these than I use. I just use it as like a kickstart. So if I were going to be stamping a card or stenciling, I would get out my ink swatch book and look for colors like this. I don't necessarily end up using all the colors on it, but it's a great kickstart. Sometimes I'll add in a color, like say this is florals and I really want to have a green in there, I'll add a green. Or instead, I would make it kind of funky and do like these blues for the foliage. But I knew here I wanted to do some die cutting. So what I do is I take my cardstock swatches. I know not everybody does these, but I think they're really helpful. I just cut a tag from all the different colors of cardstock and I put the name on them. And I have this for all my lines of cardstock. This one right here is color cube 4, I think. I think it's 4. Let me look. I didn't put the sticker. It comes with the sticker, so you can put it on the outside, but I haven't put it on. I think it's color cube 4. So what I did is I got out my ink swatches, and I'm going to use, to make it easy, I used, I don't know, I think I used Concord and Ninth and Spellbinders. So I went through and I found colors that were close to these colors. So like lilac and indigo. I thought those would be good. So I went to my stash and I found those colors. I ended up not choosing the indigo, but I ended up going with the lilac and I chose the lavender. So I didn't follow the dark. You know, I ended up going a bit lighter, but it was a kickstart for me, okay? I decided that was too dark for the floral I was doing, so I just kind of skipped it. I also grabbed a really light purple from Spellbinders, which is the Fairy Tale. Okay, so I found those. Then I wanted like these muted kind of pool colors. And I looked at my Spellbinders, and these were a little too blue, these were a little too bright. So I was like, oh, I know. Concord and Ninth has this beautiful lakefront. Look at that. So I got out my lakefront, and then I think I got out, I'm not gonna go find all these. I think this is Sea Glass and Aqua Sky. So I found these that were similar. So now look at this. I was able, using my swatches and this, to come up with a beautiful color palette. Is it exactly the same? No, but it doesn't matter. And if you have less, like say you only have 30 colors of cardstock, go with whatever's closest. Yeah, if you stick to one line, it might be helpful, but I have all these. Yeah, I'm all for different companies' cardstocks. I have Spellbinders here, which you can use your 10% off right now. I like Spellbinders cardstock because it's heavy, heavy weight and super, super smooth. So it's great for techniques. Concord and Ninth has really beautiful colors with inks that match. Altenew has really unique colors, and those are on big time sale, which is in the top of my YouTube description. So I just grabbed these. I also have my Gina K and my Simon Says stamp, but these were the ones I grabbed, and look at that beautiful color palette I was able to come up with. And I wouldn't have put those together. Yeah, it's pretty close, right? So now I know I can go and create something with that color palette. So like here's another one I pulled out. I thought this was beautiful. So now what I would do, I haven't grabbed this one yet. I would just kind of go through here and look for ones. Like I think, oh, look at that. Concord and Ninth Wildberry and Briar Rose would be good. And then let's see, for those browns, I think I would go with Altenew Citronella and Altenew Green Gold, which I would never have put with these. And then let's get some, I think maybe, let's go with Spellbinders Terracotta. And look at that beautiful color combo you get. I would never have done that. But I love the encouragement from that. So you can see that color palette. Let me hold it up. And I went a little green with this. You could go more brown. I went a little more orange with this, but look how beautiful that is. And I never would have put that together. So that's what I do. Now, if you don't have lots of colors of cardstock, you can always use your inks to color your cardstock. So another thing, I don't have my ink swatch book here, but I would pull out my ink swatch book and find the colors that are closest to this. And then you could stamp with those colors or ink blend with those colors. So just those are, that's how I use it. If you had to restock your paper stash and need to stretch your money, would you purchase cardstock from Scrapbook or from Spellbinders today or wait until Black Friday? I have no idea. I have no idea if they're gonna have a sale on Black Friday on cardstock. I do think right now they're having a sale on their 12 by 12 inch cardstock, the bigger pieces, which you could cut down. But I don't know if their cardstock would go on sale. I can't imagine it would go on a huge sale because it's new. Their line is new and it's going to be around for a while. But if you do get some Spellbinders today, use that 10% off. That will help. Yeah, I can show you. I'll show you more cards because I'm going to use some more. Okay? Yeah, my scraps. Yeah, listen, I'm a color, you got to understand. Look behind me. I'm a color geek. I love cardstocks. I think I love colored cardstocks more than I love inks. Spellbinders has 12 by 12 and 8.5 by 11. They have both sizes. Hold on just a second. What'd you get? 100. You got 100 on your math test? Get over here.
You showed us.
She missed 2 days of school and she still got 100 on her math test. Good job. I'm so proud of you.
Good job.
You gonna celebrate?
Yeah.
Go get it. Tell Dad to go get us a cake.
Good job.
Go. Sorry. Yay! I was nervous because I took her out of school for a day and a half, and yeah, she missed a test, a bunch of stuff, and she made it up a day earlier than the teacher asked, and she got 100. That's the best. Okay, I'm gonna go easy for the first one. Okay, so back to the color. I'm a color geek. I'm not good with color. So I tend to have as much color possible so that I can find exactly what I want. I overthink it. Is it necessary to have this many colors of cardstock? Absolutely not. My friend Betsy, I don't know if she's here, I think she pretty much only uses the Concord and Ninth palette. I think she said that. Maybe she has a few others, and she makes beautiful cards with that. So you can still go to one of these cards and go through and find what you have that's closest with the cardstocks you have. Now that's not exactly the same, but those work, right? And you know, you can just dig through and find what you have of your own stash that's close enough. Yeah, I'm excited for, okay, I'm not gonna cry though. I can't believe it. And it's a high school level class too, that's the best part. We raise nerds around here. Oh, I needed that. Oh, I needed that. I needed that. Okay, anyway, so I wanted to do some plain, all right? So again, you don't need all the colors of ink in the world. You don't need all of the colors of cardstock in the world. Just look at what you can do with the colors you have. And something like this I find very helpful. Now, do you need these great cubes with lots of stuff? Hold on, Phyllis. I said my kids are smart, not nerds. In our house, nerds is a very loving term. That's a compliment around here. So I say it with praise. Anyway, what was I saying? So look at what you have, and if you don't have color cubes like this, you can go to color combinations on Pinterest and look at that. Yes, it's algebra. You can look at Pinterest and find color combinations that way to really stretch the colors you have, okay? Will the ink swatches for Gina K be updated after this release or after all colors are released? Oh, you mean the ink swatches. Mike will update those.
Oh yeah.
He just didn't. He forgot about it. We'll do it.
For what?
The newer colors that came out like a week ago. There's 4 new
For
colors.
what company?
Gina.
Gina, okay.
Okay, so, all right, so let me tell you what I was gonna do. Here is a product that has been sitting on my desk for a year because I'm that pathetic. Yes, my life is that big of a mess. No, not a year. No, the next one's that long. This one's been on my desk, I think, for a few months. I have been wanting to use this one. It is it is the Mugs and Mittens set. And this is on sale right now, $10 off over at Spellbinders. And if you use my code, you get another 10% off. So I wanted to use this. You'll see how it comes together in a moment. I wanted to use this, but I was finding myself reaching for the same color palette I always do, which is reds and pools. I seem to always do that. Or I do reds and greens for like a winter card. Or I do like all shades of blue. So what I did is I went through, looked at the little dividers, saw this color combination. You can see how beautiful that is. And I thought, I'm gonna use that with these products, okay? I will talk about my ink swatch book in a moment. No, I just used regular white cardstock. Okay, so I went through my stash and let's see what I used. I know I used Spellbinders. Let's see. Oop, this is Concord and Ninth. Spellbinders. So I went through mine and I decided to look through here and I found Orchid. Now, this isn't exactly the same color, close enough. So I chose to use Orchid. Then for blues, I wanted that kind of denim blue. So I looked through here and I thought we've got Cosmic Sky, Celestial, Cascade, there's also Windy, and there's even darker, the Indigo. I decided to go with these 3, which is Celestial, Cascade, and Cosmic Sky. Mine are actually lighter than the 3 here, but it helped me think of it, okay? Then there's a super light here. It's like a light pink, or it's snow, so it's more of a white. I ended up just instead using like a fog color from Spellbinders, so I added in a fog color instead of the white, because I wanted some contrast. So I have fog in there too. So I was able to come up with my color palette just using the Spellbinders cardstock, and I just find that saved me a lot of time and it got me to do something different. okay? So I did some of the die cutting off screen. What you're gonna end up seeing, what I'm making is a card. I haven't made it yet. You're gonna see me make it. It's a card with hands holding a mug of hot chocolate and a little snowman, or like a marshmallow snowman, or Santa floating in it, okay? But I first want to do my background, okay? So we're gonna do these die cuts in a moment, but let's do the background. I got this press plate. I thought the snowflake would be nice. Oh, and by the way, in this die set are all the pieces for the snowman, the Santa, a sentiment, the hands, the mug, which you'll see. There's also a big snowflake, lots of things. You could put a snowflake floating in your mug also. Okay, so.
I got a treat for Lila.
I got a treat for, oh, Karen, thank you, Karen. Thank you. She'll be very excited about that. She'll probably ask for yarn to crochet. This right here is called, this is a press plate. So I'm gonna show you a couple ways we can use that. That is the Snowfall Shimmer press plate, okay? I think it might be, yeah. Snowfall Shimmer press plate. This you can use on a better press, or you can use with a glimmer machine and foil, or you can make an impression. And I'll demonstrate making an impression with the die cut machine and the better press. Just stick with me. But this is on sale, $6 off. So I'm using all things on sale today. When I knew I wanted to use this set and another set, and then I decided to incorporate other things that were on sale also. Okay, so this press plate, let me show you how it works. I'm thinking on my card, I'm gonna go kind of obvious on this one. This is a press plate again. I'm gonna do a white background, but do really light blue ink. Okay, so this is the Snowfall Shimmer Press. By the way, Brianne is here, and she is my link ninja, one of my favorite humans, and I got to hug her so hard last weekend and I cried. Anyway, she is here in the comments, and she is really good at finding things and answering questions and just helping me out. So she shares links often of what I'm talking about. So this is the Better Press system. Remember, you can get a Better Press bundle on sale right now, and that's linked under the holiday bundles at the top of my list. Okay, so this is the Shimmering Snowflake press plate. Now, there are press plates out there, or I'm sorry, there are inks out there that are meant to use with press plates. Spellbinders sells inks for it. I just use my own inks, and I found pretty much any ink works on these. That's just what I found. So I'm using Altenew Blueberry ink. It's a super light blue. So I'm pulling from this blue palette, but I'm going with the lightest color so that these would just be really light snowflakes in the background. And all I do is kind of twist and dab all over the surface. Now on the top of my press plate, or my Better Press, I have taped a piece of white cardstock, and I just pop it on and then run it through my die cut machine. And that will press that background into it and leave that ink behind, okay? And you'll see it turns out beautiful. Okay, so I did a really light ink. I wanted it to be subtle, but see, there's an impression. Let's see if I can hold it up even better. See, there's an impression and that light blue ink. If I wanted it to stand out more, I could have done a darker color. If I wanted it to have a deeper impression, I could use the specialty Better Press cotton paper or watercolor paper. I just use regular cardstock here. But what you get from this is, see that crisp detail? You can't get that from a stamp. That fine detail you can't get from a stamp, and that's just beautiful there. So that I'm gonna use for my background, okay? But I wanna show you, because I know people will say, can you use press plates without a Better Press system? Yes, you can. You can use them with your glimmer machine to foil, but I'm not doing that today. But you can also, oh, I need this. You can also make an impression with your die cut machine. And I bet Brianne will share here a link to my playlist. I actually accidentally have 2 playlists on things you can do with press plates, okay? There are so many things you can do, and I'm just quickly showing you 2 of them. So I have here regular white cardstock. I'm gonna mist it with some water. Do I need, oh. Oh, this isn't water, this is rubbing alcohol. I'm gonna mist it with water. I like it misted with water better. So I just mixed it with water. You don't have to, but I feel it gives a better impression. I have my die cut machine set up with the flexible embossing mat. Most machines come with one of these. If they don't, it's available separate for purchase. Hi, Victoria. So this allows you to make an impression with a die or with a press plate. So I'll take my cardstock and put it on that flexible mat. Then I will take my press plate. If you want to, you could ink it. I'm not going to bother. You could ink it first and you put it on top. And because it's on that flexible mat, it'll like press into that cardstock and leave a great impression. Oh, well, I'm glad you were crafting. I'm glad you were crafting. So look at this. You get a deep impression that way, okay? So super deep. It's like an embossing folder. You could use either side. See how pretty that is? So let me show you a comparison between the two. So on the left, this one here is the impression with the flexible embossing mat. This is with the Better Press where you get the detail. So it's just two different looks from one product, which I love. And you could foil with it, with the Glimmer machine. Okay, so I wanted to show you that again because I thought, I hadn't tested this, but I knew that snowflake would be beautiful in both versions. So we could use either of them for my background. Oh. Let's vote. Mike, can you do a poll?
Yep.
Okay. Should I do the deep impression or the blue? So deep impression or blue?
Yeah, I gotta get in there.
Okay, he's gonna do a poll. You just give him a minute. He's got to create it. I kind of caught him off guard there. Okay, while he does that. So he's going to do a poll that you can vote in. So the deeper impression or that dainty crisp blue, which I could have made darker, but I didn't want to. And he's going to do a poll at the top of the chat, and you can vote there. In the meantime, I'm putting together my die cut pieces that I made with the Spellbinders cardstock that I used inspired by this color cube palette. By the way, the color cubes, I think they would be an excellent gift because they're beautiful, right? They're beautiful looking and useful. So it'd be an easy thing to ask for somebody for the holidays. I couldn't wait, so I bought mine. Is there a buzzing noise in the background? Let me know if somebody said there's a buzzing noise. Let me know if others hear that, because we will figure it out. All right, did you put the poll up?
Yep.
Okay. So Mike put up a poll, so you can vote there, and I'll go with whatever you all say. What I'm doing here is I'm gluing together, I think this is the Celestial color behind, let me see. Yeah, Celestial cardstock behind the Cosmic Sky, so you can see the light blue showing through the holes. This is the sweater arms. There's a buzzing, Mike.
Yeah.
Do you know what that is?
Let's see if I can hear it here.
Mike's going to investigate. Okay. Just one moment. I don't know what the buzzing would be. Yeah, people hear buzzing. He's going to try to figure it out. Okay, give us a minute. Okay, so let's see what do people say. They said dark blue. Okay, it shouldn't say dark blue, light blue. Okay, I'm going to go with the light blue because most people said that. Do you know what it is?
What if it's this fan again?
Can you move it? Move it.
It's not doing anything. What you cause it?
Can you just move it to the other side?
Yeah, I can do it.
Hang on, we're trying something.
No, it shouldn't.
Okay. Tell me if it's gone now. It's very faint. I think it might have been the fan on something. Okay, so we're going with the blue, okay? So now I'm going to start assembling this. So there's going to be these two hands coming off the bottom, and they're going to have these gloves on, and I'm just assembling. Okay, it's more of a tone, not a buzz. Okay, let's see if it's gone. If you heard it before, tell me if it's gone for you. Okay, so what I've been using is the color cubes. I talked about it. Somebody just asked what I've been doing. I use the color cubes, which I talked about at the beginning of this video. It's just a new product. I bought it and I was impressed. Buzzing is gone. Fainter now. All you hear is your
I'm gonna have
tip.
to move to this other end once and for all.
Okay. It is weird. So I'm putting the cuffs on here. Again, this is Cascade, Cardstock, and Cosmic Sky from Spellbinders. Good now, gone. Okay, good, good. Okay, so there's the sleeves, and then we can add, I'm gonna have them right here on the bottom. Yeah. So let me glue these down here. I'm looking at what you see me looking over for is I'm looking at the example on, I'm looking at the example over on Spellbinders website. Or if you have the packaging, you can look at the packaging example. Okay, so I'm putting that there. Then we have these gloves. So you can see how I use that color combo. Oop. I think that's like that. I think I want it like that. Okay. Okay. They say they can kind of hear it a little bit, but they say it's back. Yeah, I don't know.
If it's some interference.
Should I unhook my mic and put it back? It sounded like feedback, they said. I don't know why there would be feedback. Isn't that cute? And now, look at, okay, so this, you know what, I think I might pop that up there. I'm not sure. Oh, now this, let me show you. Okay, look at this. This right here is going to be like the steam coming up from it. And I use these two dies that come in the set. I just laid them down onto fog cardstock to cut that little steam coming up. Now this would be a great card for or a great technique for a bigger card. See how this would fill up like a 5x7 really well? Mike's looking at it. He's still trying to figure it out. But I'm going to stick with this 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So you got that little steam. I'll just cut that off. So see how that looks there. Now, let me make my mug. This won't take me long to put together, and then I'll move on to another color palette for you. I know it's not much fun to watch somebody just glue things together, but I'll be doing new stuff here. I wanted to make the rim of my mug a little bit bigger, so or pop a little more dimension, so I'm going to glue that on top. I'm running out of glue in my bottle. Okay. Somebody asked about the needle nose. This is Gina K Connect liquid adhesive in her fine tip bottle. I have it linked in the description below. I'm sorry, I don't know what that sound is because I don't see it. He's trying to figure it out, but okay. So there we go. So now into the mug, you can either put a little floating Santa or snowman. There's also arms. I skipped the arms. Or you can put a little snowman or Santa. Gosh, snowman or Santa, you know what I mean. There's also a snowflake. A snowflake would be fun, like a shimmery snowflake, or you can put the snowflakes in the background. But I think I'm going to go with the snowman because I'd use the same colors of cardstock, so it all match. So I think I'm going to put the snowman in the center there. But I think I'm going to have it kind of go off there. I do think that I want this to pop up, coming off. Let me see, hang on. Hold on. All right, so that's fog. That's a, by the way, fog, Spellbinders Fog is a great light gray color. Let me show you. Spellbinders Fog is a very nice light gray. So here's a comparison. This is white cardstock, this is fog. So it's a nice like alternative, and they work really well together. So you can see fog there. There we go. Hey Mike, you can come back because we need to be able to hear. You know what? I don't like that. I don't like white. I want this in pink. So I'll redo that in pink in a moment. Now I could put this on a shake action wobbler, so it kind of shakes. But I don't love that idea. Can you scroll it? So instead, I think what I'll do, by the way, this would be great for an interactive card, like put the arms on an easel. I think that would be fun. Action wobbler would be fun too, but I think instead, I'm gonna make things complicated, because that's what I do. Quiet. Don't agree with everything I say. I'm gonna make a little pop-up. So I'm cutting a piece of cardstock that's about a 1/2 inch. This is like an easy way to make a pop-up. Let me think. Jennifer's got to think. So let's do it. I'm going to score it 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, and 3/4 of an inch. And then I'm going to score at, so that was 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 3/4 an inch. And then I'll score at 1 1/2, 1 3/4, and 2 inches. Okay, then I'll just cut this off at like 2 1/4 inches. So I'm making a little accordion fold pop-up. Let me show you. You can do this any size you want. I've done it many times in videos, but look at this little pop-up that I made. Here, I'll put it on here so you can see. See, it's like a table, and it'll flatten to go into an envelope, but then it'll pop up, okay? So if you want more pop, put bigger, more space between your score lines. What I'm going to do is I'll put glue on these little flaps, on these tiny little flaps, and I'll put those on the back of my mug. And then I'm going to press it down flat, and I will put a magnet on it. I work on a glass work surface, and it's magnetic. And it's from Glassboard Studio. I have a 15% off discount code below. And they have these super strong magnets that will hold things, and it's holding it flat while it dries, okay? While that dries, I'll show you what that does in a moment. I'm gonna do the sentiment. I'm gonna redo the sentiment. There is this die that engraves the words warm cocoa wishes, and then a banner die, and you can cut them together or separate. But what I'm going to do is, I originally had white, but I think pink would be better. So I'm going to get my pink out. This pink would be nice. And I will tape, oop, there's my magnet. I'll tape the words into here. Tape it right in the center, and then run them through together. Somebody asked, where do you get my clear bags that I hold my cards in? I get them at Simon Says Stamp. They sell clear bags that have like a peel-off tab that you can close. That's what I store my completed cards in. Yeah, the wobbler idea would work too. You can put an action wobbler on there, by all means. But I like the idea of them just, I don't know, not wiggling. I don't know why. So let me show you what this looks like. See the sentiment? Isn't that cool? I like how it's subtle. If you want it to be bold, you can do a stamp sentiment instead. But now I'll put glue on the back of this and put another sentiment strip behind it, and then one behind that. But first, get this to go flat. Oh, come along now. Other questions, Mike? Did I get permission about if I can share if it's a boy or girl? I didn't. I will, though. I will get that. I promise. Okay, so now you see how that pops up there? Can you see that it flattens and it pops up? Flatten and pop up. It's just going to give us a little pop up. So now on this platform here, I'll put some strong adhesive and put that right into the hands of the mittens. And then I will put this heavy on it while it dries. And then this I like right across there. Yeah, I like die cut sentiments. Who said that? Cartwheel, I agree. I like die cut sentiments like this too. It's different. And I really like the detail in the sleeves of the sweater. I'll hold it up. I think I want that a little higher. There we go. Okay, let me clean this up. Any other questions? Welcome, I'm glad you're here. We're playing with color combos today. This is the color combo I decided to use. What will you use for storage bags now that Avriel has gone out of business? Yes, Avriel, who is a company that I've used for many years, and I've used their stamp pockets for many, many years, just close their doors, which is heartbreaking. I mentioned that more and more of our favorite stamp companies are closing, and that was one. Another one closed last week too. Anyway, I'm sad because Jamie over at Avriel is a great, great human. Well, I know Simon Says Stamp still has, Simon Says Stamp sells stamp pockets too. How'd you get glue in this little bottle? No, I can't take it up. Here we go. You open it up like this. Then you take one of Gina's bottles. I don't have one here. But you just put the nozzle of the big bottle into this small one and slowly squeeze it in. It's really easy to do. This is not a stitching die, no. Okay, so now you can see this pops up. See how it's got that dimension? Oh, see the dimension there? I put it on kind of sideways. But it pops up when you bring it out of the envelope. So let me put this, oh, Santa was stuck to the back. Let me put this on a card base. I have a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch side folding white note card. Glue it to that. Yeah, I'm sad to hear about Avriel too. The other person who had stamp pockets was My Favorite Things, and they closed also. So I would, yeah, they closed this week. Yeah. There are other types of pockets, like Altenew has other type of pockets. Ellen Hudson sells them, I think, on Amazon, some on Amazon. But if you want the same style, Simon Says Stamp has some. So that's where I'll be getting mine. Okay, so there we have card base. Now, let me tell you what I think I'm going to add to this. And I might not do it now. I think I'm going to add, I think I need some snowflakes. I'll show you what I'm going to do. And then I'll do it off screen because I want to save time here. But I'll use the snowflake from the same, what's this called again? Mitten and Mugs die set. And I'll cut it from the sparkly glitter. This is from the Treasured Cardstock Spellbinders Antique Assorted Pack. This sparkly glitter, which you'll see me use later. This is from Spellbinders. And I'll just put some of those in the background. I know, isn't that great? She got 100. Okay, so let me show you. See how that really pops up? But it also flattens to go into an envelope. And then look, see how it pops up? I'm trying to open it up so you can see. Okay, and then you've got the detail in the background. And look at all the detail on the sweater. Isn't that cool? I just think that's so cute. So this is one of those that you could make in a variety of colors and experiment with some of your colors. So if you, like this one, what I probably would do is on the back here, I would write the color names. I would put like Spellbinders Cascade, Spellbinders Cosmic Sky. You could write on these, and that way if I wanted to do this color combo again, I know what I used. Or you can just go searching next time and use it as like a kickoff, right? So there's the snow. Look at the Santa. Now the Santa and the snowman could be used on a card separately or on a tag. They're easy to assemble. Look at the details in the snowman. Let me hold them up. Or in the Santa. I keep mixing them up. Isn't they cute? Isn't that cute? Okay, so this again, I'm going to scatter, that snowflake, I'll probably put one here, and then one tucked behind a hand. So they're kind of in a triangle, and that will add some sparkle to it. Isn't that fun? Again, this is the Mugs and Mittens set, and it's on sale right now, and I've had it sitting out to use, and here we go. Oh yes, Photo Play closed last week too. They had some great sentiment stamp sets. So it's heartbreaking that all this is happening. Okay, so that's one card. And I saved a lot of time. Otherwise, this card would have been the reds and pools that I always do. That's just how it works. Okay, let's do another one. And then, well, yeah, let's do, what time is it?
4.
Okay, we're gonna do another one, and then we're going to do some techniques. This is another die cut one because I've started it. This one has been on my desk for a year, okay? I am using Sarah's new color cubes today. All right, so this one is called Festive Friends. Let me pull it up so I know how to assemble it. Festive Friends, and this is on sale too. So this is on sale like $7 off, and you get another 10% on it. Yeah, you can, there's lots of different ways you can keep track of your color combos if you want to. You could instead just create like a color swatch. Let me see if I can find mine. Like here's one that I do with Concord and I've done in the past. You could make a new swatch with the colors you just used so you can refer to that too, okay? Yeah, all these business closing are heartbreaking. I told you it's gonna get worse because the economy and tariffs, it's rough. Okay, so this is called Festive Friends. This was really popular last year, so I'm guessing a lot of you have it. I see some people in the comments saying, yeah, I've used this before. This is an older one. I've wanted to use it, and we're finally doing it, okay? So what I'll do to save time is the background, I'll use this other one. So this is the one where we made the impression with the snowflake press plate. And this is the color combo I pulled out. I decided to challenge myself. And this is gonna be like a festive holiday card, cutesy. And I decided to go into the wedding tab and pull out a wedding color combo and use it on this card. And I'm hoping it works. But this is to show you that that inspired me, kind of forced me to try something new. Yeah, Spellbinders has a swatch book too that you can keep little, that's in here somewhere. I'm reorganizing everything, so nothing is where it wants to be. Here's some of my Spellbinders swatch rings. They have die sets that do this, and I believe they're on sale. But I could create this from the color combos I use, and I have them. Yeah, Colorado Craft Company isn't selling Anita's stuff anymore. Yeah, there's just a lot of changes coming to the industry. That's why we're gonna do what we can to support them. Okay, so I went through my stash and chose these colors. Let's see what they are in case anybody wonders. I know that the lighter pink I used is Spellbinders Orchid. The darker is the Mulberry. I love these two together. In fact, if you pull in that violet, I'm crazy about that combo. Then I have Fog, the Spellbinders Fog, which I use on his cheek here, or on his face. Then for the green, I actually only used 2 shades. I did these 2, I skipped this one, but you could maybe make the background a dark color like that, but I decided to skip it. And then greens, I wanted 2 shades of green. So I started with that one to kickstart me. And I think I did, let me see, what did I do? I think I did avocado and lemongrass. So I started with the avocado from Concord and Ninth, and then I pulled in a lighter lemongrass. That's something that I do often, is I will take a color and then maybe add a light and a dark with that. I think Laura Basson calls them like color buddies, like when you have a pink, pull in a little bit darker pink too. And that's what I have here. I have a light and a dark, I have a light and a dark, and then the white in the fog. Okay, so this is Festive Friends. You'll see how it arranges here in a moment. Okay, so I'm gonna start, I'm using this background. I'm gonna use the back side of it. After this, remind me to show you something. Remind me to show you Easel, because I forgot, I keep forgetting. This is called Festive Friends. Remind me to, after this card's over, say Jennifer, put in the chat in capital letters, Easel, so I don't forget, because it's right in front of me and I keep forgetting. I need to refill my bottle. What color cube do you recommend starting with? I recommend you go to the link below to the new color cubes, the 2nd edition, and scroll down, and it'll tell you the different categories in each of the 4 sets. And look at those categories and think about which kind of categories might fit you best. Like one of them has like pastel tones, another one has like neons. Just look at which categories seem most appealing to you and start with that cube. I mean, there are 4 cubes with all different, each one of the 4 new ones has different color palettes, but you can start with one. Okay, so I just glued that onto a card base. Now, let's start putting our festive friend together. This guy goes down here. Now this right here, this little piece here is his sweater. I could do some stamping on there, or like I could have done the press plate on there so that there's snowflakes on his outfit too, but I already put glue on it. Thank you. Yeah, some people find, remember, the color cubes, I like the box here in my craft room that I can touch, but there's a digital one that really, really is nice. And you can just do it on your computer. Or you can get both. Are the color cubes defined like wedding color boxes? No, there's different categories in each. If you go to the link that Brianne just put in the chat, it'll say in there, Volume 1 has these categories, Volume 2 has these, and it's just a mix. Okay, but as you see here, this is a wedding and I'm using it for a winter card because I can, why not? So this right here, I've already assembled off screen. I made this from white, fog, and black glossy cardstock. And this gets tucked under the sweater. Look at him. You know what? I don't like him on the white background. He gets lost. Somebody said they don't have sound. If you don't have sound, refresh. Can you scroll it so I can see if other people say that? I don't like this on here. Okay. See, he got lost. So we're going to put him on a darker background. Let's find a dark color like this one here. I'm going to just go back here and look. Let's see. What about, well, I could do the violet. No, I want darker than that. Are people saying that it's... Let's do this. This is Concord and Ninth Plumberry. Yeah, he got lost. We don't want him lost. I could ink the edges. Yes, I could ink the edges. I don't know. For some reason, when I do cutesy die cuts like this, I don't ink the edges. I like the look without, but you could. By the way, I just needed this much of that plumberry piece, so I'm just going to go put these leftover pieces in with the full-size sheets. All right, so I want to do an impression with this. So here we go. I got glue everywhere. All right. Where did my plates go? Yeah, I could ink blend behind his head. That's another good idea, but yeah, that would have been a good idea. Do like a fog, like a little circle of color behind his head. That, you know, that would be good too. We'll try both and see what we like better. But here I've got plumberry, and I'm putting on that flexible embossing mat and making an impression with it using my die cut machine. Yeah, the original color 1 and 2 color cubes are going away, and they're replaced with the new and improved 1 through 4 volumes, which has a bunch of new colors and a scattering or mix of the old ones. All right, so I have this background. Let's see. So I could do him on here, which I really like. Or I could do like a cloud of color behind him with a blending brush. But I have glue on here, so I'd have to wait for it to dry. I think I'm going to go in the dark. I kind of like the dark. I don't know, Brenda, I don't think they're coming out with tabs for the original. I don't know. Again, I don't know Sarah really. I've emailed her a few times in the past. I haven't recently. I just think she's pretty darn smart. When I got the email about these new ones, I went to order because I figured they were just all new cubes. And then when I saw the video about the improvements, I was blown away. And that's when I went back and ordered all of them. Okay. I'd love it if she popped in, but I think she's in Australia. I don't know. I like it on that color. See, and that I was inspired to use, I normally wouldn't do this color background, but I think it's kind of fun. It was inspired by that. Okay, I'll keep this for something else. Now we have this string of lights that gets wrapped around. So I'm going to look at the example. Now the string of lights has these dies, and then it cuts the little bulbs. And you could do different color bulbs on each, right? You could do red, you know, you do your colorful type bulbs if that's the household you grew up in, or you like the colored lights. But I wanted to stick to this palette. So instead of doing, do it like that, yeah, well, that's where it is. Instead of doing colored bulbs, I used white glitter paper for my bulbs. So they're sparkly. So they're like white twinkling lights instead. Isn't that cute? And that is again from the Spellbinders Antique Assortment Pack. These are the treasured assortment packs. I've used these in videos before. They come in silver, gold, rose gold I think is on sale now. This is the antique or the white, but it has all these specialty cardstocks in here. So there's glitter, there's matte, there's shiny, there's glossy here, there's brush metallic, pearl metallic, all these different options of the same color. And I use the glitter from that. Keep having to move this. Okay, so now I'm gonna put another one of these because we need more lights. Do, 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 do. Isn't he cute? Yeah, you could do all dark blues on this. I mean, there's lots of things you can do. I think I'm gonna make it so, let's see, so this goes in here, and then I want this to come up and kind of cross. We'll do like that. Good enough. Let me curl that a little bit. Hold, please. Jennifer's overthinking. Good enough. Okay, so look at that. So it's kind of wrapped around them. Then we have, there are some options here. There is a little star topper you can put on here and like die cut a star to go on it. So there's this star topper that you can have on the top of his head. So it's like he's a Christmas tree. But I think I'm gonna skip that. I don't think I want that. Instead, I'm gonna put him here. Let's make him wobble. Isn't that dark background? I agree. And I would never have chosen to do a dark plum there. I would have done like navy, but I like it all. I like that it's different. And I got that from a wedding color palette. There is no coupon code for the cubes. I just got mine yesterday and decided I needed to use them immediately. I'm gonna use a action wobbler. Mike, can you add mini action wobbler to the supply list? What was I looking for? Oh, a card base. I need a card base. So I could put a pop-up underneath him, like I did on the coffee mug or the hot chocolate mug on the last card, but this time I'll do an action wobbler. So our little penguin is dancing up there. So let me put this onto a card base. My card bases I cut to be a little too big. I don't know how I did that, but I can trim it down. I'll do that after I'm done. Okay, so put that down. Now, this is a mini action wobbler. Yeah, this is Spellbinders. It's on sale right now. And this Festive Friend set is Spellbinders. It's on sale right now. It's from last year. Been wanting to use it for some time because look how cute they are. And you can get an extra 10% off with my code below. Okay, so this is a mini action wobbler. It's a spring that flattens and pops up. So I'm going to put him on top of his head. So let's see. Put him, let's see, like, nope. Yeah, like he's kind of sitting on his head. Look at that. Isn't that cute? And then we got these that he can be holding behind him. So let's do. So it's like this guy is wrapping these lights around the bear. Yeah, let's see. Come on. Put this in here. There we go. So see how it looks like isn't that cute? And this guy, bing, see him shimmer and shake? And he flattens and pops up. Okay? Isn't that cute? Now, sentiment. I didn't even think about a sentiment. I'll look at some options. I noticed some of my favorite foil plate sentiments are on sale, so maybe that would work. So let me look. So that's Festive Friends. And look at the background. I made that impression. Look at that. Okay. Let's see. One moment, let me get my sentiments out. I have some options. I noticed that 3 of my favorites were on sale. So let's look at those. For a holiday kind of thing, these are both from Simon Hurley. They're older too. I have used Joyful Christmas Sentiments many times in videos, and it is, these are glimmer plates, so you foil with them. And I did my foiling off screen. Okay, so it's already done. This is the newer one. I'm not sure when it came out, but I haven't used it yet. It's Wonderful Winter Sentiments. I like the style of these. So I have lots of different sentiments here. Have a Holly Jolly Christmas would be really cute with that. Sending Warm Wishes. I don't think Oh Holy Night works with that. Let It Snow would be cute. Joy to the World. Happy Holidays. Deck the Halls. That's it. So I could use Deck the Halls. So I foiled that off screen on Spellbinders Snow Cardstock with the Prism foil. And that's using the Joyful Christmas Sentiments. And this, I could put in a variety of places. I could put it down here, or I could put it up here. Oh, this is where I should have thought about it before I put it together. I think I like it down there. Everybody's going to disagree with me. Everybody's going to tell me to put it up here. You know what I might do? I might change it. I wouldn't do it now, but I could foil with the silver foil on this Plumberry cardstock and put it right there. So it's not a white background. I don't know. I gotta think about that. Do you ever use products that you don't film for personal cards? Yes, I do sometimes. I do. Not often, but I do. Okay, this was the other one. If I wanted a smaller sentiment, this is one that I really like. This is a press plate sentiment set, and there are 2 press plates in it, okay? And like I did the Better Press before, I inked these up with black ink and I ran them through the Better Press, and I got all of these sentiments. There's tons of little sentiments here. Then there is a die that comes with it that cuts it out, and I believe cuts all of them out. I believe this is, believe this is on sale. I gotta make sure I get the right, let's see. There we go, it goes that way. And then this one cuts out these. This is called Ideal Moments Sentiments. I think that's in the supply list, Mike, isn't it? And I think it's on sale. Ideal Moments Sentiments. It's in the supply list, and it is on sale. This set was 30. Now it's 15, so it's half off, and then you get my additional 10% off, okay? So the nice thing about this is there's a mix of things. So I could do, let me go ahead and die cut this, because I think I could use You Brighten My Day. And then it wouldn't have to be as holiday-ish, and it's a smaller sentiment that I could put anywhere. I know people are gonna be really upset with this. Yes, you're right. Who said? Linda, you're right, see? We have on the same, You Brighten My Day will be cute. So I'm going to line this up, put some tape on there, because I don't want it to move and mess everything up. Isn't that polar bear cute? So you could use the bear by himself and add other things with it. You could like put some presents around him, or you could use the little penguin somewhere else too. Yeah, listen, if somebody said you need to check and see if you already have the set, you might. This is an older set that was really popular. And I'm just finally I think it was from last year. I'm just finally getting around to using it. That happens to me too. So these were press plates. Yeah, Ideal Moments set is great. And it's half off right now, plus my 10%. So now look at, and it comes with the dies to cut them out. So now look at all these sentiments that I have. These sentiment strips for, but I only want You Brighten My Day. Yep, I like that. I like that. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it, but let me put all these back because I can save these for another time. Hi, thank you. The bear and the penguin are cute. I wanted to do some cutesy stuff, but the next ones aren't as cutesy. Okay, so this could really go anywhere. It could go right there. It could go up here. I don't know. I got to play around with it, but I do like the smaller better. I gotta play around with it, but I'll add this somewhere. Maybe right there. I kind of like that. That's what I'm doing. I know people will object. People don't like that I put my sentiments. Oh, was there a "you light up my life"? I don't know. Not at the top. I agree. Kathy, I agree. People get mad because I put my sentiments on top of my main images. And the reason I do that is because that's where the eye goes. So I could put it here. I kind of like the spacing there, but this kind of balances. So I could do there. I'm looking at the camera to see what I like better, there or there. I'm going to put it over here on the left. I like the balance. Either works. Really, I don't think there's a wrong way to do this. Okay, don't get stuck on me. I'm going to put it right. Hold on, the foam tape is sticking out. I think I like them right there. That's what I'm going to do. Done. Isn't that cute? And he goes, ooh, look at him dance. Oh my gosh. Isn't that cute? Okay, so that's Festive Friends, Shimmering Snowflake Press Plate Background, and Ideal Moments Sentiment. But these from Simon would have been good too, and I might use them on another one. So these were Joyful Christmas Sentiments and Wonderful Winter Sentiments. Yeah, people really don't like that I overlap sometimes, but I don't know, it works for me. Okay, so there's that card. Where did I put my first card? Oh, Easel. Did somebody say Easel? Nobody reminded me. I will. Where did I put my last card's here. By the way, at the end, I will do giveaways, so just leave a comment in the chat. Just leave if you're leaving comments, you're eligible. Mike will randomly pick somebody at the end. Okay, Easel. Wanted to show you this because this is a die set that I've been using to send with my cards, but I keep forgetting to share it in a video, and it's on sale now. Which, when I looked through the sale category and saw it, it reminded me to share it in the video. So see, I finally remembered something. This is 50% off right now. This die set is called DIY Easel. It's 50% off right now. Let me show you what it does. Cuts these 3 pieces. There's like a pierced line to fold, I guess, to create a score line, and you just fold along it, okay? So you have these 2 pieces. And what I do is I glue them back to back. So liquid glue on this flap. Let me hold it up. See how there's liquid glue right here on that flap. Then I take the other flap and put it onto it. So really they line up on top of each other like this. See? So it's like that, okay? Now I'm gonna hold something here. Or just hold this for a second while it dries. Yeah, so this is an easel. Now let me tell you what I do with this. I make one of these easels, and I've been sending it with any side folding card. I have discovered that side folding cards drive me nuts because they fall down a lot. I have a bunch of cards back here behind me that friends have sent me, and also my window above my kitchen sink upstairs. And any of the side folding cards just fall very easily. I find top folding cards like this one that my friend Shari made, those don't fall, right? But I find side folding fall, and it drives me crazy. If it doesn't drive you crazy, don't worry about it. But this is what I've been doing with whenever I send a side folding card, or like sometimes you do an interactive card that you don't need it to open. You just write the sentiment on the back, right? I do that quite often. I would send one of these so that they can put it on display. So then it also cuts this piece that has these 2 fold lines. And what I do here is I fold this in half. You can score it to fold it, but I'm being lazy. I just fold that in half. This is something different than how they recommend doing it, because this way you can flatten it to put in an envelope. So I did a fold line right in half. Now I'm going to put liquid adhesive on this flap, liquid adhesive on this flap. And let's see. Hold on. Thinking, how do I do this? Hold, please. Yeah, okay. Sorry. That's right. Okay, sorry, I did it wrong. Okay, so I did put liquid adhesive on this flap, liquid adhesive on this flap, and I put them one flap here on the inside of this easel, and then I fold it down in this other flap, and put glue on it, goes onto the other side. You'll see what it looks like in a moment. So what happens is that is stretched across, okay? It's still wet, but it's stretched across. So what you do is, here I made this one earlier. I mail this with a card. So this card that I just did, that's side folding, I would mail this with it. It gets put in there, in the envelope, and the recipient can take it out, stand it up, and put the card on display. And it has that nice little easel. You can even put a stamped sentiment on here, like stamp on there, so that when it's on display, you can see what it looks like. You can make it to match or whatever. But I will tell you, like anytime you make a card that like has a pull tab or something where you don't need it to open, you can send it with this, and that way they can put it on display. Okay, so this is the easel die, DIY easel. This one I actually usually keep stuck in my cabinet door because I use it often, and I just keep forgetting to share with you. So that's the DIY easel. It's half off right now. Wanted to let you know about that. There are two other sets that I noticed are on sale that I use a lot, so I'm just going to mention it. I'm not using them today, but I've used them more times than I can count in videos. There's these two oval sets. I use these quite often. Now they're two different. You can notice these are proportioned to fit an A2 card front. See? These are narrow. It's just a different look. Okay? So this is the Essential Stylish Ovals. This is stylish. This is modern. Stylish and modern. The stylish ones, which I use the most, these are on sale half off right now. These are on sale. This set's only $17, plus you get my 10% off. Then the modern ones here, let's see what their price is. Ding, 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 ding. These are half off too. These are $13.50 plus 10% off. So stylish and modern. Just letting you know because I've used these a lot in videos. These normally are stuck in my cabinet door too on a magnet sheet. I just moved them to this to show you here. Naomi, I think it does. It doesn't matter. Don't worry about affiliate links, just shop. We want everybody to be happy. Who's here from Spellbinders? Is it Nicole? Is it Yana? Is it Kim? Somebody's here. Whoever's here from Spellbinders, look at the oldies but goodies that I've been using. Isn't that fun? But now we're going to experiment. Because I don't know if it's going to work. So we're going to try it. I have multiple things I want to experiment with. Did somebody say, who's here from Spellbinders? Okay. All right. These plates I've used in videos before. And I wanted to show you, because they're on sale too. I'm just going to briefly show you something here. Okay. So these I've used before. This one right here is on sale. This is the layered Festive Poinsettia press plate. So with this press plate, you can use a better press system. You can make an impression using your die cut machine, which I demonstrated earlier, or you can foil with this. All right, so this is the layered Festive Poinsettia background. I'll demo how to use this in a better press. Okay, this was done with a better press, lots of detail. I inked up the plate with black ink on white cardstock. Now, there are stencils that come with it, okay? So you could, is it Nicole? Hi, Nicole. Hi, Nicole. Sorry I texted you so much yesterday. I told you it was a last minute thing to use these, but you can get the layering stencils that color this in. But I honestly don't think you need it to use it. You can either buy the bundle, it's on sale, but if you just get the press plates on big time sale. Okay, so that's linked below. I'm gonna demonstrate with one of these, but I wanted to show you, I think all of these might be Yana's designs, and you all know I'm a big fan of Yana. Now this one here is called, this one's on sale too. This is the Daisy Shower press plate. Notice it's a big mama, so you could do 5x7 card with this, which is unusual. So this is the Daisy Shower, And I did it once with a dark purple ink. This is a, I don't remember, dark purple ink from Altenew. And I did it once here with black. And I'm going to play around with that. Okay. And then this one here is the Daisy Trio plate. And I did that with black. Okay, so all of these have stencil sets that come with it if you want to buy it with it. But I don't think you really need to. I thought I would just kind of demo something here with this one. This is the Daisy Shower. I was going to use, maybe I might use this color palette again. No, I think I'm going to use this one. Use this one. Yeah, that if you like 5x7, the Daisy Shower is great for it. Okay, so let me show you how I did this, okay? I'm going to do it real quick. I did it with the Better Press, but remember, you can also use this press plate with your glimmer machine or to make an impression, as I showed you before. I know. This press plate would be good. You know what would be a great card set to give for a holiday gift? Because remember, that's like our way of making the product free. If you buy this and make a bunch of Christmas presents with it, you're not having to spend on Christmas presents, so it makes it free. Anyway, what you could do is start with like light purple cardstock and Better Press with dark purple ink on top. Then have one that's pink cardstock with dark pink on top and do a set of note cards in these colors and just have sentiments that they can add. That's something else that you can do with these, and it should be beautiful. You could use metallic ink for this. This right here is the Daisy Shower. Let me put some cardstock in here first. I'm just using regular white cardstock. You could do a colored cardstock here, whatever you want. So I'm using Altenew Obsidian Black Pigment ink. I find it works really well on press plates, but you can use Better Press inks, you can use whatever dye inks you have. Use what you got. If you get that bundle, the Better Press bundle I showed you earlier, it comes with the black ink. Okay, so I inked that up. I didn't do great, but that's okay. And I'm putting the white cardstock on top and running it through, and you will get a crisp, it is crafter math, is what it's called. You will get a crisp, detailed look. Look at how black that is. Now, if this had been a background stamp, it never would have stamped that well. I mean, look how perfect that black inking is. And you wouldn't have gotten that detail in the flowers. Look at the center of those flowers. The Better Press system gives you much more detail than a stamp ever could. And you can foil with it. And you could make an impression with your embossing mat. Now, you could have done all different kinds of colors here. I'm doing black because I think it's so impactful. I could go clean this later. There is a cleaner that they sell at Spellbinders to clean it, or you can just use water. But I'm not going to clean it right now because I don't want to clean. I'll clean it later. All right, so this is the one I just did. All right, I did this one earlier so that it had some time to dry. So this one's all dry here. Now, you could use there are layering stencils that you can get to go with it, but you could also just ink over this. You could use your markers to color it if that's your jam. It's not my jam. I tend to avoid markers at every chance because I'm not good at coloring. So I'm going to look for these colors. All right. Let's see. Again, I'm not going for perfect match. It's just a kickstart. And then I'll use, let's do coffee turtle. So I have Puffy Heart from Altenew. And I'm going to scatter different colors around this. This brush might not be clean, but whatever. Okay, so I'm going to do like this one here. I'm just going to do like that pink right at the center, kind of going out. And because it's black, right, I don't have to worry about staying inside the lines. So I'm just kind of going like that. We'll come back and address the flower centers in a moment. So I'm just using blending brush and kind of putting the color heavier towards the outside, out to white at the tips. This is an Altenew sticky mat. You can use any grip mat or sticky mat that you want. But here's a hint. If you want to get this Altenew one, wait till next week. Okay, Let's see. Or if you want a second one, which is what I did. Okay, so that's Puffy Heart. And that was inspired by this color on this color cube card. This is the Daisy Scattered, or Daisy Shower Press Plate. There's also this one that would work really well for it too. But let's see. This is a darker, but it's not going to really come off much darker, but that's okay. I'm going to do that one yellow, and that one yellow. So let's do this one. So these aren't coming out as much darker. Let me think of what I can do here to make it darker. I'm going to put that color down. Now I'm going to go back to this one and put that lighter pink on the tips of those. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Just makes it a little bit darker. I can also come in with the darker color. This is where Jennifer overthinks. So these are a little bit lighter. Let me come in with an even darker color. So that was Puffy Heart and Purple Wine. Let's come in with, ooh, Orchid, or Cosmic Berry. Let's put that center of these. Yeah, there we go. So those are darker. See how that ends up darker? Okay. It could have gone lighter. Oh, that one was supposed to stay yellow. Oh well. Doesn't matter. So I'll just do 2 yellows. Normally I like 3 yellows, but I didn't. I boogered it up, but that's okay. So this is Caramel Toffee. So I'm putting it heavy towards the center, lighter towards the tips. So see how it should have been 3 yellows, but that's okay. Look at that. So pretty. And again, there are layering stencils, but the bundle with the layering stencils isn't as on sale as much as just the press plate itself. And I don't think you really need to have I'll be right back, have the, can't think and talk at the same time. I don't really think you need the layering stencils, but if you want to, you could get them. So now I'm going to come in with the green. So I'm just going to do, this is G24. You could use any marker here. Let's add the green in. I'm not taking much care here. I'm not doing any kind of stellar blending here. I'm just putting color down. And then coming in with much darker G46 and adding that for just some depth. Who's here upstairs? It's like a party up there that we weren't invited to because we're working. Okay, so it just gives you an idea. Then I'm coming in with the dark brown at the center. Another thing you could do is like a metallic at the center. But look at that. Very quickly, I was able to create a colored background with this press plate. I just think this press plate is beautiful. Or you could just do tone on tone. But, you know, there's just different options. Can you scroll up, Mike? If you want a really tacky tape, well, not really tacky, but more tack, Spellbinders Best Ever tape. This is Easy C tape that has less. Isn't that pretty? And then all you have to do is add a sentiment to it. Okay? And again, I did that color palette. Okay? I just thought those were beautiful. So for this one, you could just go in and add some reds to the center of the poinsettias, add some brown onto the pine cones, greens on the rest, and it'd be beautiful. Okay, so those are press plates. Again, you can do colored ink with your press plates. I just wanted to mention that these were on sale. There are some other background ones like this on sale too. You can just check the sale category in the description at the top of my YouTube description, and that would help. Would take you to all of them. Yeah, quick and easy for sure. Okay, I did that very fast, sorry, because I want to do this next thing and I don't know if it's going to work. So where did I even put it? Hang on. This next thing, I'm not sure if it'll work, but I'm going to try it. I didn't use a color cube for this next one. The reason is I'm not going to use much color. okay? I thought I would try to use this Birch tree set. This is another one that's older. This is a die and press plate combo. And I thought I would show how to use these press plates because it comes with a registration guide. I thought I would demo sound is cutting in and out. Can you try refreshing and telling me if the sound improves? YouTube's been having problems lately. I thought I would use this older one. It's on sale. I don't know what it's on sale. Let's see how much off this one is. This is the Birch trees, and it is half off. It's $14. That's great. Let me show you how this works, okay? This is, in here you can see there are dies that create a little reindeer and some birds. Okay, yeah, refresh and it'll be fine. YouTube's been having problems with the lives lately. And then these are press plates to be used with the Better Press. And again, remember that right now Spellbinders has a Better Press bundle. They also have their mega bundle, a bunch of holiday bundles. They're at the top of the YouTube description. And it's a great opportunity to get a Better Press system if you're interested. So I thought I would show this because Spellbinders is coming out with more of these registration type press plates. And they are brilliant. It allows you to do multiple colors. Okay, so I'm going to take this. This is the registration guide, and this gets laid down at the center. It's going to be kind of hard for you to see, but I'll hold it up now. You can see that there are different outline colors. Okay, so there's green, pink, and black. Those are going to help me figure out where to place these when we ink them to get the background that's all different colors. So I'm going to take this and tape it down. I want it to stay right into that center area. So I'll put some tape up here. And now I'm going to do this super quick because my family's coming over tonight for dinner and Mike and I are cooking it. Isn't that new? And I need to be up there. And my son is coming and his girlfriend. This is Spellbinders Cascade. I think it's Cascade. I get Celestial and Cascade mixed up. Now it's Cascade. Spellbinders Cascade color. I thought this would be pretty on the background. All blues on the background. So I put a little tape on it and I'm putting this right in the tick marks on this. Now, I'm hoping you can see some of the outlines. I'll start with the green. See the green outlines here? I'm going to find the press plate that fits into that green outline. Sorry, hooked that on my microphone. So this guy fits right into that green outline, and then there's another one over here. This one fits into that green outline. So this will allow me to do these first two in a single color. We're making, yes, we're going to celebrate too. Everybody's going to be here. We are making cheesy chicken, which is one of our favorites, because Colin thinks his girlfriend would like it. And we're making carrots. I don't know. Who knows what else? Whatever we have. Probably my grandma's mac and cheese, which is delicious. Okay, so I am making a mess here. Let me take this off. I don't want to make a mess. When they're narrow like this, what I like to do is ink them up on my desk, slide it off, and then carefully put it into its spot. Okay, and then I'll ink, because I don't want to get ink all over the background. So now I'll ink this up. There are other ways to do this, but see all the ink that I'm getting here? Slide this off and put it into the outline. It doesn't have to be perfect. I've done registration plates like this. If you want to see all the different options that Spellbinders has for these kind of registration press plate sets where you can get different colors, just search on registration on their site and lots of them will show up. The Better Press machine, okay, the Better Press machine, or Better Press system, this thing right here will work on your Intracut. I did a video showing it. So there we go. Look how pretty that is. I wish you could see. It has, can you hear? There's like, it's indented. My finger's catching on it, fingernail. But look how detailed that is. Okay, So those are the first ones. I like to just take them off with a magnet. I'll clean these up later. Okay, so that was Eastern Sky from Altenew. I love that color. Now let's move on to the pink outlines. There's 2 pink outlines on there. Yeah, Ken does cook too. Ken last night made killer salmon. I wasn't here. I was at a church group, but he made salmon and green beans and some other things. It was amazing because we have a fish market. Oh, why am I doing this? I want to ink them up over here. We have a great fish market nearby. All right, so I'm going to choose another color of blue. This time I'll do ultramarine. This is really bright. It might be, I probably should have gone a little more muted blues, but whatever. This is one of my favorite colors from them. I just think it's a beautiful bright blue. I just re-inked this, so this is really juicy. Eesh. Okay, so I got one of them. I'm making a mess because I'm hurrying. If you have ink cubes, those are incredible to use on the Better Press because you can get into small areas. And then this one goes in, what am I doing? Pink. Was I doing pink or green? What did I do last time? I think I did the wrong one. What did I do? Did I do green? I did green. So this time is pink. I inked up the wrong one. No, I didn't. Oh, no. I did this one already. I'm messing things up. Ignore me. I'll figure it out. Okay, so I did one that time. Hearing the buzz. Take it away, Mike. It's your computer. We'll move it. I did the green first. I know. I'm just trying to hurry. You know I do this every time. Now look at that. See? Isn't that pretty? Okay. The other pink is the same one, so I'll ink it up again. Do the same one here. I could switch to a different color, but I'm going to do the same again. And then I go here. Dooby-doo-doo. Okay. You're hungry now. Yeah. I'm hungry too. Okay. I'm making a mess, aren't I? Spinach and sausage? You're craving spinach and sausage. I think that might be the first time anybody's said those words. Look at that. Okay. Now we have, I did green first. Let's do the black next, right? Okay, so the black is, I'm just matching up the shapes. It's this one. And it is, there's multiples in here. It's this one, and this one, and this one. Okay, so not this one. In all of this, the only reason I'm rushing is because my family's here. I don't think Colin's here yet, but he'll be here soon. And I have to go celebrate my girl. I'm doing well in the math. Yeah, this is the birch tree set. I like birch trees too. And I know this isn't a typical color. If you look on their I have blue ink everywhere. If you look on their website, they have more typical colors like browns or whatever. I just want to do something different. Let's do icy water for the last one. This will be very light. So now let's ink this up. This one's not clean all the way. Spinach and chicken sounds good. But hey, listen, sausage and spinach, I bet it's great. It's not something you normally crave. People usually crave like potato chips, French fries, ice cream. But I love it. Okay. So this one goes here. This will be much lighter. Why are you standing?
Computer's out there.
Oh, he took his computer outside the room. We think that's what it is. I think we might have to get him a new computer, which I don't want to do. This one might have some ink color from the last left over, but. So this is multiple steps. There are some registration that have less or multiple pieces. We're doing lots of pieces here. There are some that are easier, but I thought this was beautiful. And the rest of it's going to be very simple from here. So now the last ones. This one's going to end up being a different color because the way I inked it, but whatever. Oh, I love bruschetta. Mm-hmm. Yes, you could put white spatter on this for sure, for snow. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. I love it. So I'll keep that registration plate with those plates, or registration guide with those plates. If you lose your little guide, they have it online so you can download it. All right, let me clean up a little bit here. Aren't those trees pretty? And you could do, I did blues. I thought it would be unique and different, but you could do more traditional again. And it comes with that reindeer and little birds. Countdown. What? Oh, he's making a note that says countdown so he doesn't forget in the future. You can do different die cuts with this than the ones I'm using.
Sticking it to the screen where the button is to start.
There you go. Smart. Let me just trim this down a little bit. Yeah, I'm old too. It happens to all of us. Let me just trim this down because I'm going to put it onto a smaller note card. Or onto a regular note card. Look how pretty that is. So here we go. So this one is the only card where I didn't use a color cube. I just came up with what colors I wanted to do. The trees are pretty. Okay. Jennifer's perfecting things. She overthinks everything. All right. And with the Better Press, you can use white pigment ink or metallic pigment ink. Look at that, isn't that pretty? Okay, so now I thought I'd keep it simple. You could do a snowbank, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I just want him right on the bottom. We'll see. And then there's these birds. And I just made this out of that glitter paper, the Spellbinders antique glitter paper. And you can see there's details on him. You can make them brown. You can make them whatever you want them to be. I thought this would just, I want this to be simple and kind of classic looking. Now I did have before all of these. So let's see. Sending warm winter wishes. Ooh, that'd be pretty. And then you could put birds around it. Most wonderful time of the year. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let it snow. Joy to the world would be pretty. I think I might do Joy to the World. Let's see. Yeah, I think I want Joy to the World. Everybody's gonna give me an opinion, I know. I don't know, let's see. I know I want him down here, right at the bottom. Again, you could do a snowbank, but I'm just gonna have him right on the bottom of the card. My friend Betsy does that a lot. Puts her critters right along the bottom, and I think it looks really cool. Okay, so let's see. I've got these birds that could kind of sit on it. Maybe I'm looking at the camera to see what looks best. I don't know, that might be pretty. I think I like the big. And then I'll put birds around it. I'm gonna go with the most wonderful time of the year. But these are all from, I think this big one is from the Wonderful Wintertime Sentiments. They're glimmer plates and coordinating dies. I think these were from Simon Hurley, who is awesome. And I did it with prism foil off screen. Yeah, I like that. I know, see, everybody's telling me a different one. But I wanted more. See, and then I think I just want one bird sitting on it. Maybe two. Let's see. This is where everybody's going to have a problem with me. Maybe Let It Snow. Is the deer with the trees in the set? Yes, yes, yes. So the press plates, the tree press plates, the deer and the birds come in the set all together. But then, let me show you. I did cut from little glitter paper, little snow circles. I just die cut this from an old Here Hearts die that's discontinued, sadly, that creates little dots. And I made my own little snow using that same glitter paper. So this card is just blue cardstock and then glitter cardstock with it. So I was just going to scatter those little, you could do gems or spatter. Prism foil is a perfect touch, I agree. Let It Snow is too small. Oh gosh, you guys. Okay, Mike, do vote. Smaller sentiment or bigger? He's got to get his computer. Hang on. Let It Snow. Just do, the smaller one is Let It Snow. The bigger one is It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year. But this, I wish you could see the shimmer on the deer in real life. It's just beautiful. I'm just putting little snows. You could definitely save time by doing spatter here or whatever, but this is the kind of therapeutic thing that I like to do. In this way, my little sparkles match my bird and deer. Is it possible to use it? Yeah, you could use this set without the Better Press system. You could use it with your Glimmer machine. Did you put it up?
Yep.
Okay, let me know what people vote. There's a poll at the top of the chat, and you can vote there. I'm just putting these down while I wait. Oh, it's 5. Dang it, I always go up to time. Let's see, where's the chat? Most wonderful time of the year wins. Okay, so the big one wins. I'm gonna put it right here. That's beautiful. I wish you could see all the shine in this in real life. Then I think I want one bird sitting up here. You could put the birds in the tree, but I'm gonna put one on the sentiment here. And then maybe I could do, I don't think I'm gonna do any more. I think I'm just gonna do the 2. Isn't that cute? And there's lots of sparkle here. It's sparkly. Okay, so then, yeah, I like the multicolored trees too. So then I can just keep adding the little bits around. All right, now while I add a few more snowflakes before we go, we need to do a giveaway. I didn't think about it. Do they have gift cards at Spellbinders? They don't. Oh, crud. I will pick a winner, and the winner I will send. Let me think, because I'm always giving something away. I gotta give this. Oh, you know what? I wonder if the Color Cubes has a gift. I don't know if they do gift cards either. Spellbinders, I don't think has gift cards, so that's why I can't do that. I will send a winner 5 packs of cardstock from Spellbinders, and I'll pick my favorite colors, which would probably be Waterfall, Fog, let's see, Orchid, Mulberry, and then where is my favorite, the unique one? Where is he? This one. Sicily. Okay, I will send my favorite Spellbinders cardstock colors to a lucky winner. And Mike is in the other room. He's going to pick a winner in a few moments. For your chance to win, just leave a comment in the chat. If you've been leaving comments, then you're already eligible. This is fun. Oh gosh, this is fun. And I will also, yeah, that's what I'll do. That's the best way to do it. Okay, I'm done. Good enough. So I wish you could, can you see the sparkle? Oh, the sparkle in that, and the snow sparkles. I love it. And everything on here was on sale. I know the die and press plate bundle is half off. And this is on sale too, this sentiment, the wonderful wintertime sentiments. So I just wanted to share that. And remember, if you're interested in any of the machines Spellbinders has, they have holiday gift bundles for sale right now, and you can get them 10% off using my code in the description. So I'm just, if you were planning on getting one of the machines, yeah, you need to mass die cut. I like the simplicity of that too. So here are the things we have today. I will put up a video or a blog post with the completed card photos. I've been doing that lately, so I'm going to go back and do them for old ones. But there we have our things for today. Okay, so yeah, a red cardinal, that would be pretty. Red glitter cardinal there would be great. That would make it pop too. You could even put a red nose on him, a little red circle. Mike, who's the winner? He's going to get the winner. I'm just looking at comments here, see if there's anything else. Oh, and then I've got my easels I can put with them.
All right. Okay.
Who's the winner?
Robin Nelson.
Robin Nelson. Robin, email me through my website and get me your address, and I will get my favorite packs of cardstock sent out to you. And I'll send you, I'm sure I'll send you a card too, because that's what I do. Yeah, it was simple. You could, again, if you want to make it pop, I would put this a red bird. You could do a red nose, and then to balance the red, I would put another red bird over here. So it's like a triangle. Or maybe sitting there, or on top of the deer. All right, so there you go. There they are standing on their easels. I love that for display. I'm gonna make easels for my cards back here. And that just flattens to go into the envelope. Okay, that's it. We made it, Mike.
Yep.
Are you going to be ready to shut it off this time?
I'm going to be ready.
Okay, there we go.
Now.
Okay, so everything I talked about, the color cubes, everything is in the top of my YouTube description. So I'm hoping that's helpful to you. I know times are tough, and I saw this sale on things that I was wanting to use, and seemed like a good time to use them. I will be back live on Friday at 2 o'clock, so a little bit earlier because it's Halloween. And then I will be live Sunday at 3. And you can sign up on my website to get a notification, a text when I go live. My favorite colors is Spellbinders. I'll say them again. Somebody was asking. There's a lot. Like I like Wildberry. I like Dahlia too. But the ones that I think are really unique are Spellbinders Sicily, Spellbinders Waterfall, Spellbinders Fog. Which other ones did I say? Oh, Orchid and Mulberry. And that's it. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Brianne. Thank you, Mike. And I will see you again on Friday. Thanks for watching. Time for cake.